what is going on, guys? EmSwizzle here, and today I will be talking about where Brewster is and why he has not returned to Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I'm sure you guys know, and I'm sure Nintendo 100% knows at this point, that everybody wants Brewster to return to the game. I mean, I do, you do, we all do. And I think it would be super cool if he returned. I'm sure most of you guys expected him last fall or this winter, and I did too, as that was my prediction. But we did not even get him. We got some events, but maybe Nintendo wanted to get all those updates out of the way so then they can focus on shops and quality of life and stuff like that. Because to be honest and to be fair to Nintendo, for them to put out an update that focuses on a special event, it might be a little bit hard to just throw something as big as the Roost into that update. So maybe after the 1-year anniversary of New Horizons, we can get him. But I don't know. So without further ado, let's get right into the topic. Where is Brewster? Okay, here we go. So first, let's take a little backstory as to who Brewster actually is. And I'll make this short because I'm sure a lot of you guys know Brewster. So Brewster is a pigeon who was introduced back in Animal Crossing Wild World on the DS, working at a 24/7 coffee shop called The Roost. And back in the old games, which were Wild World, City Folk, and New Leaf, he would serve you coffee once a day. And you could even work there for a part-time job and give villagers coffee. Brewster is also good friends with Blathers, as in City Folk, he worked in the basement of the museum, and in New Leaf, Blathers mentions Brewster and calls him a friend. So, Blathers and Brewster must go way back. Overall, the Roost was a very chill shop to go to in your downtime, and Brewster is one very laid-back guy. Well, I did not really keep that short, but hey, I gotta let folks know the info. So the first thing that immediately comes to my mind when I think of where Brewster is, well, does anybody remember that time that Nintendo said that they would be releasing updates for Animal Crossing for 3 years? So, right off the bat, he is definitely confirmed to return to the game. They did not confirm it, but with the amount of people wanting him and the amount of games that he has been in, City Folk, New Leaf, and now it's New Horizons. Now, it's impossible for him not to return. And you guys might be thinking, what does that update for 3 years mean? Well, okay, let me explain. So I think that Nintendo's route for New Horizons was to mainly do events for the first year of updates. So for example, we got Halloween, Turkey Day, Toy Day, Festival, all of that. So those were all events. So now those will be in the game forever, and they will not have to release another update for a special event. So after this March, all of the events will be in the game. So that only leaves one option left: add missing characters like Brewster, Cap'n, Tortober, and all of them. And after the 1-year anniversary, Nintendo is going to need to release some more updates, but not events, so it would have to be Brewster. Now, the second thing that is on my mind, and this is something that you guys might be wondering as well, is why hasn't he returned yet? You would think that he is back by now because of all the high demand and the anticipation, but I think that he has not returned yet because Nintendo is doing their best to keep this game alive, and they're not doing a bad job. So they want to push Brewster down the line a little bit to give us something to look forward to and keep playing and wait for. Therefore, if we keep waiting and playing the game, then that is helping them keep the game alive, which is what they want. And that's actually what I want, because one day this game will be dead, but I hope that it stays alive for as long as possible. But yeah, if Nintendo did not care about keeping this game alive, we would probably have everything by now. But the fact that they want to keep updating the game for 3 years shows how much they actually want us to keep enjoying and playing the game. Honestly, people are saying that New Horizons sucks because of the updates and characters not returning, but I think we all just need to give it time. And if we give it time, in my opinion, this could be one of the best Animal Crossing games, as if it is not already. Now, I'm sure this is something that you guys all want to know, and that is when Brewster is coming to the game. Now, considering that, well, Brewster serves coffee, which is piping hot, he definitely will not come this summer or spring, but I think Brewster will come this fall, and specifically September, and here's why. So obviously we had Brewster in Animal Crossing New Leaf, and he had his own building. And as we look at some official Animal Crossing New Leaf art, which represents fall, we can see Brewster in that art. So that pretty much confirms that he will come in fall, and if he does not come this fall, I have one more guess. So I was doing some research, and this site says that a quote from Brewster says, "Happy Valentine's Day." So if we do not get him by Valentine's Day of 2022, I hate to say, I do not know if he will ever come to New Horizons, because there's no way that Nintendo would keep us waiting for 3 years. So I predict this September 2021, we will get Brewster, and if not that, then early 2022, but obviously the date he returns, or if he even returns, is not confirmed at all by Nintendo, and probably won't be confirmed until his update is actually released. Now, the final little part that I kind of want to touch on is, will Brewster have his own building on the island? And yes, I want him to, but honestly, I don't think that he will. Brewster has worked in the museum, and he can do it again. The reason that I think Brewster will not have his own building is because, well, the Dream Suite building was removed and was technically replaced by your house. So if there was no Dream Suite building, I doubt that there would be a Roost building for Brewster. But hey, who knows? The Roost is a more important building than the Dream Suite in my opinion. So it's still possible. And there have been some people saying that Brewster's coffee shop might be DLC. And to be honest, I really do not think that the shop will be DLC because everybody wants this, but not everybody wants to pay for this. And if Nintendo was going to release some Animal Crossing DLC anytime soon, I definitely do not think that it would be the Roost being the first set of DLC. And another reason that I think that Nintendo will not bring back the Roost is because some people have already established their islands and have no space for Brewster except for in the museum. But the only other thing is, unless we get a huge museum renovation, there is absolutely no room for Brewster in that museum. If you take a look at it, there is no spot that an extra entrance can really go. Back in City Folk, when Brewster worked in the museum was a lot bigger, but I don't know how he's gonna fit in there. So this is kind of a 50-50 chance, so let's just wait and see. So guys, that is all for the video today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. I post Animal Crossing content every single day, and like the video if this helped you guys out. And while you're at it, comment down below when you think Brewster will return, and I'll be replying to all those comments. Also, make sure to check out all the links in the description, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I cut her off when I say that we're done, but I say that we're done every day. Don't hold me back, but you're keeping me rough. You tell me what you want from me. You was so 50, is you really with me? Cause I can be gone in a day. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?